guys, so in this video we're going to work on turns. What do I mean by turns? Quarter turn, half turn, full turns. There are different positions to do them from. There's some different ways to turn. There is a difference between turning and shifting. When you talk about turning, a foot is coming off of the ground, okay? So I do a quarter turn from a Kiba Dachi, okay? This foot is coming up, coming out, okay? When you talk about shifting though, my feet stay on the ground, but I'm changing the direction that I go in. I can shift, but that's not what we're focusing on in this video. We're gonna talk about turns. So one of the basic ways to learn turns, easiest stance to learn it from, is a Kiba Dachi, a horse stance, okay? Just put your hands on your hips. You don't need to worry about where they are. And quarter turns, I always teach them going to the left first, okay? You wanna make sure that you're deep in the stance. The right leg is gonna come in. You're gonna be on the ball of the foot, okay? You wanna be real light on this foot, and you're gonna shift this way, okay? Whichever way you're turning, and then you step out with the right foot. Whichever leg is coming in is the same leg that goes out, okay? And that is a quarter turn. So as I go just in one direction, guys, that's a quarter. It's 1 quarter. If I sit them on the floor, it's 1 quarter. 4 quarters make a full turn, right? 2 quarters, 50 cents, is half. So if I say quarter turn, I'll come in and I'll step out. If I say quarter turn, in, out. Really important. I didn't do it, but you have to look, guys. As I step in, you must look where you're going. Look, step in, turn, okay? So you have to look. If you don't look, you're just turning. I'm looking this way, guys. I don't know what's happening, but it's important, especially when you work form, to look before you turn. So quarter turn, and you guys can do this if you're practicing. Make sure, put a quarter in each direction. Step in, turn. Step in, sorry, look guys, turn. Step in, look, turn. Step in, look, turn, okay? So that is a quarter turn. When you talk about a half turn, I just said that's half, right? So assuming that I have a quarter in each direction, I'm gonna take the quarters up from the sides, okay? No more quarters on the sides of me. The only quarters now are in front of me and behind me. As I get into the Kiba Dachi, and I bring the leg in, I'm still working on just one leg. As I bring this leg in, I look over the shoulder. When I was doing the quarter turn, guys, I only had to look to my left or my right, whichever way I'm going. When you do a half turn, you're going in the opposite direction. As you go in the opposite direction, you need to look over the shoulder so you can see everything that's back there. So here, back straight, look over the shoulder, and you turn all the way and step straight out. Make sure your feet are on the same line. You can go put some tape down. Make sure those feet are on the same line. You step in, look over that shoulder, turn, step right back out into the stance, okay? I got a quarter that way, a quarter that way. We're only going in halves now. So I'll say half turn, step in, step out, here. Half turn, step in, step out, here. Sometimes the half turn can work bringing the knee all the way up or bringing the foot all the way up. Some people teach it like that. And that is still effective to bring the leg all the way in. Okay, some of them, they'll cup their feet in here. But to bring it all the way in, straight down. All the way in, straight down. And that's a half turn. Full turn, you get a lot more dizzy. You pick the quarter up from behind you now. The only quarter is in front of you because that's the only direction that you're going to end up in. As I start here, my full turn brings me back in front. So now, remember that I just said that leg comes in, like how some people teach it? It's gonna be the same way now. You have no choice but to bring it in because if you're trying to drag it, it's not gonna work, okay? Light on the foot that you're turning on, all the way up, back down, okay? You'll lose your balance a little bit, don't worry about it. Here, up, in, straight down, okay? I'm gonna work on my full turns. But that is a full turn. Stepping in, back, and that's from Kiba Dachi. That's just basic. Let's talk about the same turns done from stance number 6, which is in Kutsu Dachi. The same turns done from stance number 6. As I step here, still hands on the waist. This is the best way to train. So, and this can go good with moving ends in, up and down the floor, stepping it in, stepping out, but we're not there yet. We're just talking about turns. So, as I do a quarter turn, my right leg will step up. It'll come in, it'll step back. Remember what I said, whichever leg comes in is the same leg that's moving back, right guys? So quarter turn here, look, turn, step back. Quarter turn to the left, look, turn, step back. Quarter turn to the left, look, turn, step it back. What about if I do a half turn from stance number 6? Well, it works the same way that it just did. As I bring it in, I look behind the shoulder, I turn, and I step back. I bring it in, I turn, I step back. Full turn, same thing. Comes in, straight back. Okay? There are lines on the floor, guys. It kind of lets me know where I'm at. Steps in, straight back. Okay? Now, somebody may ask, well, what about if I try to do a right quarter turn? Well, remember what I said at the beginning of the video? Shifting. If you do a right quarter turn from a left zen and the feet turn this way, you're in a right zen. You did a right quarter turn. It's that easy. Okay? But now if you try to do another right quarter turn, the leg must come up, turn, out. So that only works from a left zen. Let's say I'm in a right zen. I got the right leg forward. Same thing now. If I want to do a right quarter turn, it still must come in. But if I want to do a left quarter turn with my right leg in front, a right zen, all I have to do is look and shift the feet. All that happens is they shift, all right? So students, remember, if the left leg is in front and you're shifting, you go right to the right stance. Right leg is in front and you shift, you're right into the left zen. Quarter turn, put that quarter on the floor, step in, look, turn. Step in, look, turn. Half turn, pick the 2 quarters up on the sides, you're only going back. Full turn, pick the one up from behind you, you only got one direction to end up, and that's the way in front of you.